Welcome, Klaudia Dussa-Zieger, Head of Consulting at Immerse, the previous President of the German Testing Board, GTB, and the Vice President of the ISTQB. Welcome, Klaudia.
Thank you. Thank you, Debbie.
Klaudia, we're just going to go straight into it with a few questions. How did you start your career in software testing?
Well, I studied computer science, and after my degree, I was looking for a job, and that's how I got into software testing, because it was a very interesting, nice little company close by, and that's where I started. So from the very beginning.
From the very beginning.
From the very beginning.
So going back in time, as a woman, did you find that there were more barriers or challenges to pursuing a career in testing?
Well, I studied in the last century, so that is quite some time ago. And back then, I think there were very few women, but there was very little knowledge about computer science, software testing. So it was just building up. I did have some challenges, but it was not the majority. It was nothing that would really threaten me. We had like 2 or 3 little occasions, but that was about it. So all in all, I think I was quite lucky.
Well, you mentioned a couple of little challenges. What sort of thing would they be?
If you are entering a meeting and you have all male participants, and some of them ignoring you because you are a woman, some just not listening to what you say. So I had like 2 or 3 occasions where that would happen, like in some sales meeting where they wouldn't accept my opinion. But that was about it. Normally, if you work with people that are goal oriented, if they want to get a solution done, if they want to get some testing done, normally they're very open and you can discuss stuff, and then the gender is not the major point.
Yeah, absolutely. You've had a successful career. You're head of consulting for Immerse. What are the main factors, do you think, that helped you achieve that?
I think you need some competence. You need knowledge about the material you're talking about the topic you're talking about. I think you need passions. I mean, you need to be really into the topic. And of course, social skills, communication skills doesn't hurt either. So I think you need a combination of all of them. And don't be afraid to do what you want to do. Mm-hmm. So don't shy away. Mm-hmm. Just go for it.
Just you said that before, and I think it's wise words of wisdom to go for it. Go for it. We're talking obviously about women in testing, but of course we know that diversity and equality are very much on the minds of a lot of organizations, a lot of people. From the equality perspective, do you think there's been a positive shift?
Yes, definitely. So when I studied, we were about 10% women. Now coming into the company where I'm currently working, I think we were at least 1/3. So the number of women that are entering the area of software development, the area of software testing, is definitely increasing. So yes, there is a shift. There is an improvement, if you want to put it that way. Mm-hmm. Definitely, yes.
And what do you think is driving that? Is it more consciousness amongst the organizations? So actually they are doing positive things to help support it? Or do you think there's something else happening here?
I think there are several factors in there. The companies driving it, supporting is one thing. Then the ability to work part-time, like 30 years back, if you go 30 years back in time, working part-time wasn't really an option if you want to work in IT. So that's a second topic or second point. I think also a third point is that the awareness of men that they want to take more care of their kids, for example, taking time after the baby was delivered, that's also increasing. 20, 30 years ago, nobody was talking about that. Now, if I look at at my young colleagues, at least 2 or 3 of them are now in paternity leave. So there is a mix going on, who's taking care of the family, who's taking care of the job, and it gets more equal. It's not still the same, but it's getting better.
Mm-hmm. I think definitely some of the work that organizations are doing to help to people to understand some of the unconscious biases that they may have that are not really helping with equality and of course diversity, are supporting this. But positive shift, but still work to do. Definitely still work to do. And do you have some words of advice that you'd like to share with women who are interested in a career in testing?
Yeah, I would just repeat myself. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. The men are not better or smarter. They're just louder or more self-conscious. Don't be afraid, just to go for it and enjoy what you do, and then you will thrive. Then I think it will work. So go, do it. Just do it.
Just do it. We spoke about this before, Klaudia. We talked about some of the things that women are perhaps hesitant about. So first thing is, you see a job application, you think, can I do it? Can I not? And I know you've got some views on this.
Yeah. This is really interesting. Talking to female colleagues, talking to male colleagues. If you have a job description with 10 points, then if I talk to a female colleague, she says, I'm not managing to do that or that. So I just have, or just fulfill 5 out of 10 points. And then I have a male colleague who says, 10 is not possible anyway, right? So 5 is more than enough. Yes, I'll just apply and I'm pretty sure I will get it. So that is the difference in attitude. And that has to change. And that's a mindset thing. That is really a mindset thing.
Yeah. And with that, we apply for the job, we get it. And then we have the old imposter syndrome. Can I really do this?
Yeah, it is tricky. But after all, even the males just cook with water. So if you go down to it, if you really go down to the basics or look what they are doing, there is no magic behind them either. So you just have to do it one step at a time, and just start with something small, and then don't be afraid to take the next step, and then you will grow. I think I already talked about that the last time. I didn't start out as a GTB president or ISTQB vice president. So I started out looking at testing, and then I did some consulting, and then I did some training, and then I was a member of the German testing board, and then I was vice president, and I became president. So just do it one step at a time, and you will see there is no magic. It's just work. You just have to do it.
And your mantra again, do what you love?
Yes, definitely. I think you need to be passionate about it, honestly. If it is just a job getting paid for, then I think it's not enough. But if you really feel that you can make a difference, that you can improve the situation, either in the company or for a project or for a product, then you should really go for it and try to participate and speak up.
That's wonderful. As ever, Klaudia, words of wisdom and inspiration, and an inspiring woman in testing. I'd like to say thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Debbie, thank you so much. Thank you so much.